Hello, good evening and welcome to Most Haunted Live in the northwest of England, where we're about to launch night 4 of our terrifying 7 nights of live paranormal investigation as we continue the search for evil.
Hello and welcome to Most Haunted Live, and this time round the team has set itself a most forbidding and foreboding task. They are looking for 7 different manifestations of the paranormal. They are in search of evil, and we based ourselves in the northwest of England, on Merseyside, in the magnificent and opulent surroundings of St George's Hall. Guiding us through the first part of the programme is the man who last night was buried alive in a coffin. He has, of course, lived to tell the tale. Make him welcome Julian Clegg. And to quote Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, oh, what a night!
Yes, and we're even now.
Well, for one horrible, selfish moment, when Yvette turned to me and said, Paul, I know we said we weren't going to get you on another vigil, but...
Yes. ...
She then said, we want Julian Clegg out here. I was worried for you, but relieved for me, but you took it like a paranormal paratrooper. You were fantastic. But what went through your mind the first moment you heard?
I'll tell you what went through my mind was I was just looking at the cards for that location and all the things people were seeing on Interactive around the coffins, and then thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going there. So that's what went through my mind.
Well, I know we're going to talk about that a whole lot more through the show. What's on the blocks for us, though, in the first hour tonight?
Well, Paul, what a night last night was, and my fingers are crossed that there won't be any more nasty surprises for me tonight. We're on night 4 of our 7 nights in search of evil. Tonight's theme is Voices from the Grave, and we're getting ever closer to the last night when Yvette and the team will be on the quest for demons. We'll be talking to Yvette and Carl on the sofa in just a moment, but first a quick look at what's coming up in the first hour.
Actually, it's very surprising how many people I meet along the way that are Most Haunted fans. It's one of those subjects that once you start broaching it and somebody makes the first sort of move, you always get somebody that goes, oh, well, actually, my best friend, or oh, in our old house we had this, and nearly everybody has got a story once you actually start talking to them.
It's a strong sense of, you know, someone or 2 people looking down from up there.
So a lot in store between now and the main investigation that kicks off at 9 o'clock tonight. But first, let's welcome them to the stage right now. They're the stars of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, a big Most Haunted Live welcome for Yvette Fielding and Carl Beattie. And I just want to say thank you so much for last night.
You're
and I love
welcome.
you too.
Oh, have you got your coat tonight? You
Yes.
never know, it could happen again.
That was a surprise, to say the least. Just before we talk about that part of the show, it was a great location. I mean, I can say this for once. It was a great location, because I've been. It really was. It really was.
It certainly was. It was very, very creepy, very scary. The thing was, it's so frustrating because there were so many more areas that we could have investigated, but we just didn't have the time. And we were all set up and cabled, weren't we? We were going to go up to another flight, down to another area, and just didn't have the time.
Right, I mean, so you could do 7 nights in one place. I mean, this has been a theme, actually, hasn't it? There's more to do each night. Like the theatre, again, you could have done more nights.
Oh, absolutely. We could have stayed there last night, all night, right the way through the night, and still not completed it. So it was such a great area. I mean, there's so much gone on there, and it was so frightening, as you can actually you can say for yourself. It was a frightening place. I know you're in a coffin, but even outside the coffin, it's a frightening place.
I can testify that as well. You said to me last night, when somebody comes out who's sort of independent, that's what makes the investigation, which now I can understand what you mean, because if you don't go every night, you don't really appreciate it.
No, it's so true, and that's what's so lovely about, you know, one of you lovely lot's going to be joining us tonight. Oh, how exciting. Who's it going to be? What are we going to make you do? Look at them all.
Maybe all of you.
That would be good. Yeah, no, but that's what's so fascinating about this show, and like I say, and to watch your face last night. And I've not seen the footage back, but I can't wait to see your face in the coffin. You know, what did you look like?
Shall we go for it?
Oh yes, can we see it?
Let's have a quick look. So here we go. This
Can
is,
you tell
here we go.
Julian to get his coat on and come over here and join us?
We can do that, Yvette.
I got away with it for nearly 100 shows, so I suppose it must be my turn.
Oh, look. You could see, you could see everything.
All I could see was the coffins and hearing these bangs, but I couldn't see anything.
We're going to completely leave you on your own because we're going to go somewhere else.
That's so kind of you.
It's okay.
Crikey.
All right, we might ask things to happen to you, Julian.
Yeah, I thought you might.
Going to leave you, Julian, now.
Okay.
All right.
You look so different.
Oh my God, you look so nervous just then.
Do you think I should learn a coffin more often then?
Well, you will do one day, but you will probably get out of it.
That was the bit for me that was the scariest almost, was getting there and then seeing all it happen. You were shouting, get out, and me thinking, are they going to ask me to go in there next?
Absolutely.
I mean, that was like unbelievable.
How did it feel for you when you heard the nails being
That was
banged
the
in?
worst part. That was the worst part. It's bad enough getting into a coffin and then nail you in.
Well, Carl was saying something really interesting, which I forgot. In the Victorian times, that happened an awful lot.
Really?
Yeah, they used to put bells on top of the coffins, and so a lot of people requested this. So just in case they'd been buried alive, they could ring the bell with a piece of cord, and the bell would ring, alerting people to come and get them up. But what was funny for me was...
Hence the saying, saved by the bell.
Saved by the bell. And also, you know, you imagine taking a moonlit walk through a graveyard and it was a bit of a windy night, you'd absolutely poo your pants, wouldn't you?
The other bit I didn't like was when I heard you go, well, why didn't we do the Ouija on top of the coffin?
Sorry.
I thought, oh no, please don't do that.
And we did.
You did.
How did that sound? Because you must have heard the glass
I
going...
could feel the glass, literally, because obviously the wood was that near to my
yes.
face, and I could hear the glass going on top. I did not like that.
They were proper coffins as well. They weren't made for the show. They were proper coffins. So, you know, that's what you're going to be like when you're in one.
I'll bear that in mind.
That's very close, isn't it? It's all very tight.
It was
Well,
really
you're dead.
tight.
You don't know, do you?
Thank you, Carl. I will bear that in mind.
I'm going with my mobile phone fully charged.
I've got to say that last night, I think last night when we came back here and we were in the audience, there was so much happened in the audience, and that to me was just fantastic.
Yes.
And I know Kieran was very impressed with it because so many people saw the same thing at the same time. You could actually hear it. You could hear that all the audience go, oh.
And
look.
the light that was going round in the
Yeah.
ceiling as well, which
It was
amazing.
like a scene from Close Encounter of the Third
Yes,
Kind, wasn't it? Because
it
everybody
was.
was putting their fingers up, looking around. But like Carl said, everybody sort of looked towards this area, guys, looked towards this area, and everybody at the same time just went, oh! And they all saw a black, dark figure moving around on top and around the organ area. So keep your eyes peeled tonight.
Yep, and that's what the show's all about, being
Yeah.
interactive, people getting in touch, people being involved in the
Yeah.
audience as well, which is good. Shall we take some questions?
Oh, yes.
Yes, we like this bit. So thank you for everyone who's got involved, and there's questions on interactive and, of course, questions on the phone. And first up, we go to Cheryl, who's in Morecambe. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Julian.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Now, what's your question?
I'd like to ask, does Yvette and Carl or any of the team have any superstitious rituals that they do before they go on an investigation?
I'll be honest, I don't really. Oh, yes, I do. Normally, at 5 o'clock, I have my bath. I have a kind of ritual, don't I, at the moment, in the hotel room. 5 o'clock, I have a bath, and I sit there and I say a little prayer, and I say, come on, Dad, come on, Grandma, help us along and make everything go okay. And I do that every night. Carl is always saluting at magpies.
Yeah, but I mean, my main ritual is cleaning up the bath after you've been in it.
Shocking.
It's a mess.
So, Carl, you don't have lucky socks or things like that, which some people have.
I'll have a lucky wife.
Oh, that's lovely. Alex, I like that. Alex, thank you very much. How are you watching the show tonight? Cheryl,
I'm
even.
watching it with my husband and children.
Right, good. We'll have a good night tonight.
Enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show.
Brilliant.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's
Bye.
Cheryl. And this is Alexandra from Cambridge. Hi, Alexandra.
Hi guys.
Good
Hi.
evening. Now, what's your question?
I just wondered to Carl and Yvette, if you could have a conversation with a ghost, obviously without running out of the room first, what would you ask them?
I suppose 2 questions.
That's typical woman. You get the chance for one, you have to have 2.
Absolutely, and
And I
why
bet one
not?
of those is mine, isn't it?
A what?
One of those is mine, isn't it?